Hello, everyone. My name is Ali, and I'm an English teacher at the University of Turin here in Italy. And this is the first episode of English Test with Ali. Before you start watching, make sure to subscribe to my channel over here somewhere. Let's get started. Okay, in today's episode, we're going to look at a test on the British Council website, and the topic is the present perfect simple versus the present perfect continuous tense. The level is B1, B2. Question number 1. Have you always blank garlic? What do you think the correct answer is? I'll give you 10 seconds. Okay, the correct answer is B, hated, because the verb to hate is a state verb. And in this sentence, we would have to use the present perfect simple tense. Have you hated garlic? Have you always loved McDonald's? Have you always hated pizza with ketchup? Now, let's move on to question number 2. I'll give you 10 seconds. Okay, in this question, the correct answer is B. We have tried 2 different recipes so far because the time expression so far is typically used with the present perfect simple tense. For example, you say, I have had 2 cups of coffee so far, or I have finished 3 books so far. So far in English means until now. So we would have to use the present perfect simple tense here. Now, let's move on to question number 3. You've got 10 seconds. Perfect. In this question, the correct answer is A. She has been working too hard recently. The time expression recently is usually used in a present perfect continuous sentence if the verb is an action verb. Here, the verb is to work. So you would have to say, she's been working too hard recently. Or you can say, for example, I've been working out really hard recently, talking about going to the gym. So the time expression recently is used in a present perfect continuous sentence when the verb is an action verb. Some verbs are action, some verbs are stative. In order to have the full list, please check caption in the description section. You can find the link to the list of state verbs. Now let's move on to question number 4. You've got 10 seconds. Great. The correct answer here is A. I have been trying to call the internet company all morning. The time expressions all morning, all day, all evening, all week, all night, they are usually used in a present perfect continuous sentence if and only if the verb is an action verb. If your verb is a state verb, you're not allowed to use the present perfect continuous tense. In this example, we say, I've been trying to call all morning. Another example would be, I've been cleaning the house all week, or I've been studying all evening. In all these sentences, we would have to use the present perfect continuous tense because the time expressions are very important. They are all day, all morning, all week, etc. Now let's move on to question number 5. You have 10 seconds. Perfect. The correct answer to this question is B. She has found 3 main ways our company can reduce costs. In this sentence, the focus of the sentence is on result, the result of something that has happened. For example, when you say, I have cleaned the house, voila, Or you say, I have fixed your computer. Here it is. When you focus on result, you would have to use the present perfect simple sentence. She has found 3 main ways our company can reduce costs. The present perfect simple sentence. Question number 6 is next. You've got 10 seconds. Amazing. The correct answer to question number 6 is A. He has been preparing for the party for weeks. Here, the time expression is for weeks. We're focusing on duration, for weeks, for days, for years. In these cases, we would have to use the present perfect continuous tense if and only if the verb is an action verb. Because if the verb is a state verb, we don't have to worry. The answer is always present perfect simple. In this case, though, the focus is on for weeks, duration. So we use the present perfect continuous tense. For example, I've been studying English for years. Now, let's move on to question number 7. You have 10 seconds. You're doing good. Go. Amazing. In question number 7, the correct answer is A. You've got white dust all over you. What have you been doing? In this case, the effect is still present, and we are focusing on why this has happened. So we say, what have you been doing? You've got dust all over you. Or when you go home and your friend seems to be crying, there are tears, you would say, what have you been doing? And they would say, I've been chopping onions all morning. So here we're focusing on the fact that they might still be doing it, and we can see the effect. Your friend has been chopping onions all morning, and they got tears all over here. Tears, little drops. Seems that they have been crying. Let's go to the last question, and you've got 10 seconds. Great. The correct answer here is B. Have your parents arrived yet? Here, the trick is, if you see yet, already, just, so far, in a sentence, you would have to use the present perfect simple form. Because here we say, have your parents arrived yet? So the action is unfinished. For example, you say, have you finished your homework yet? Or you say, have you done that yet? In all these sentences, we use the present perfect simple form. The present perfect simple form is typically used with already, just, yet, and so far. Now, did you find this test useful? Please stay tuned for episode number 2 with 8 more questions from the British Council website about the present perfect tense. This was episode number 1. Make sure to check description for the link to the list of state verbs, because they are absolutely essential when it comes to learning the present perfect tense. If you find this video useful, make sure to share it with your friends, because tomorrow is going to be late. Do it now.